Hello and welcome to the Leads and Bids menu overview. Today we'll go over adding a new lead, the list view, and the bid board. This is the entry point to the system, and Workglue allows you to start keeping track from the first phone call. Let's get started. To stay on top of your workflow at a glance, select the appropriate widgets to appear on your dashboard. See your opportunities in progress, sales funnel, active backlog, and key business metrics. You can rearrange these however you'd like and turn them on and off for the appropriate estimator. Set the estimator permissions to only see their own jobs or view all. Head to Add New under the Leads and Bids menu. Here you have the option to set up a new account at the same time or start from an existing account. When adding a new account, click your mouse on the right side to input the billing information as there are required fields to continue. Choosing an existing account gives you a few options. Simply start another job for that account, or you have the option to create a subsidiary. An example of when to use a subsidiary account is when you have a university with several different buildings. Each building has its own department billing address due to how the university budgets are set up. By creating a job and inputting the billing address per building, this will keep all the jobs for that university in one place. If you're linked to QuickBooks Online, that program will still recognize the unique billing addresses per each job. For this feature to work, you don't necessarily need a unique billing address either. Let's say you're working with one of your regular general contractors and you win a bid for a large multifamily apartment complex. You might consider creating a subsidiary account under the general contractor and then creating separate jobs for each building to keep your employees clocking into the correct place. You could still give the multifamily complex the billing address of the general contractor and create your jobs under that parent. You'll want to continue filling out the lead information, include a due date that's set by the customer or for your internal tracking, and hit save. You'll see a confirmation screen with a couple options to continue working on the lead and add in documentation. Hit continue to job detail page. Now you have the structure of your job set up, and you'll continue adding to this section as the job progresses through operations. Now let's say you're bidding this job for several different contractors, and you'd like to send out the exact same estimate but change the contractor information. Right under the account name, you can add in another account. Save the secondary account and then click the radio button to switch the accounts and generate a different template. Each time you switch the accounts, the templates will pull that contractor's information. Once you've won the bid, you can go back and either remove the accounts, or as soon as you change the status to one needs schedule, the option for the buttons will disappear and an asterisk will appear next to the primary account. Review the detail page and add any tasks, additional information, or documents such as takeoffs, photos, messages about potential start date, scope of work notes, and your estimate line items. Once you've won the bid, received a contract, notice to proceed, or confirmation to begin from the homeowner, you'll want to change the status to one needs schedule. Now you can forecast out the number of workers you'll need and when. You'll see the scheduling buttons appear. Choose schedule, and if this job is far enough into the future that you don't know who will be working, simply add the estimated dates, time, and number of workers you've estimated for. As the start date gets closer, the placeholders can be replaced by the employee or the time frame can be shifted. Check out our videos on scheduling employees for more information. Once you're satisfied with how this lead is set up, you can add another lead or head to the list view and manage all of your leads. Here you'll see your leads in alphabetical order by job name. Any of the orange text is a link to take you to another page or change information. If you have the permissions to see all the leads, you can filter by salesperson or by status. In this view, you can make quick updates such as changing the status and adding a note. You'll see the due date to follow up listed under the create date. The colors on the far left signify the job type, which you can set up through the custom data page. Head to the bid board to see a calendar view of notable dates. You can change this view to week or month. Note at the top, items in red are the due date, set when you entered the lead. Blue items are the scheduled job walk, which you can do by clicking on the link. Be sure to set permissions for who can view the leads and who is responsible for managing them. As the lead progresses through the system by status, it will become visible to the next group of people who need to work on it, such as moving from sales to active and operations. If you've lost a lead for whatever reason and you update the status accordingly, that lead will now only be visible under the account in the job history. This way you can go back to it in the future and either reopen it or have a reference to the rates you quoted and scope discussed, for example. This covers the Leads and Bids menu tutorial. We hope this process is easy to follow and can be utilized in your sales team meetings and for forecasting future work. Please reach out to us with any questions or suggestions through the support icon or send us an email at support@workglue.com. We'll see you next time.